Hi, this is Andrew Aversa with Impact Soundworks, and today I'm very pleased to show you Special Reserve's Nashville Banjo. This instrument is just a joy and a blast to play. It's very, very simple. In the blue range at the bottom, which you can show by going to the View menu and click on Keyboard if you don't see it, this is the standard playable range of our banjo. And then in the yellow range, we have the fifth drone string. Now, even though the drone string is usually higher in pitch, because of the way it's usually played as a drone, we put it in the left hand. That goes from a G to an A sharp. And you can play it polyphonically if you want to. So for example, if you want to play a G chord in your right hand, you just play the G, and then you can add another G or two in the left hand. And this is all just standard playing of the instrument. You don't need to worry about any special velocity-based articulations or fancy articulation mapping or key switches. Well, actually, there is one key switch. We have regular sustains, which is what I've been playing with. These are sustains, and we can switch to harmonics. All the knobs on the front panel can be right-clicked and MIDI-learned very easily, and there aren't any hidden tabs or other functions. If you switch from poly mode to mono mode, this will let you play leads more easily by just keeping one voice active at one time. You can do these rolls very quickly, like a rake on a guitar, and they won't ring out because we are in mono mode. This also has the neat feature of if you hold a note, for example, I'm going to hold a G. If you play another note while holding the G and let go of that other note, it'll go back to the G. This sort of legato re-trigger is just a lot of fun to play. We have two hand positions recorded. We've got low and high. This basically changes the timbre and the tone of the sound. When you're doing high positions, it sounds a little bit more mellow and muted. With high, and here's low. So if you want more of the banjo twang and brightness, you would use the low hand position. And if you want more mellow, you want the high position. Velocity to volume and velocity to filter adjust the dynamic response. Now, there are actually 3 dynamic layers and a ton of round robins, and those round robins kick in more when you're playing quickly to give you even more variations into the sound. But if you want to add more dynamic contrast, for example, going from a quiet note to a loud note, you can adjust these knobs. So by default, it's turned up pretty high, but if we turn this down, you'll hear there will be less contrast. You'll still hear some difference in the timbre of the sound, but the actual volume won't be changed as much. Personally, I like keeping this up pretty high and then the filter somewhere in the middle. Now there's a key at the bottom which can be used to repeat the last note you played. It's this F#0, and F0 will repeat the last drone note played. This can be useful in doing a tremolo effect, so I'll just play a single E in my right hand. And if I try to do a tremolo with just my right hand, it's a little bit difficult, but if I use this F sharp and alternate my hands, especially if I have my pedal down, it's a very effective tremolo style effect. For release time and release noise, this changes the sort of feel of the instrument. If you're playing these big, wide, open, and slow chords, you might want to increase the release time so that when you roll a chord like this, it rings out nicely. But if you want the notes to decay very, very quickly, then you would turn this down. The release noise knob adjusts the separate release noise samples. So one thing you might do is if you turn the release time down to here, These notes sound pretty cut off, so we can then increase the release noise. And you can hear that string resonance even more. It sounds really beautiful and really natural. Of course, this is with the noise turned all the way up, so you can just adjust this to taste. Now the response knob will take off some of the attack of each note. Now I'm going to increase response. You hear how we're hearing less of the initial pick or pluck. Going beyond the halfway point is pretty extreme, so I think if you're going to adjust this, keeping it in this range is pretty good. And if you keep it all the way to the bottom, you're hearing the most natural form of the samples. The pluck knob kind of does the opposite. It actually emphasizes the pluck more by layering in more of the pick attack. Keep in mind that the dynamic you play at also does affect things, so if I play quietly, we'll just naturally hear a little bit less pluck anyway. Now let's just play a little bit more with the instrument and hear more of the sounds it can do. I'm not the best keyboardist in the world, but again, it really is a joy to play. Special Reserve's Nashville Banjo is available now. It runs in the free Kontakt Player and is fully NKS compatible. If you go to our website and check out our personalized deals area, you may even get a crossgrade if you own other related instruments. This has been Andrew Versa with Impact Soundworks, and I'll see you next time.